We now introduce the reigning Belgium Open and Antwerp Open champion. He's twice a World Cup singles champion, 3 times a Winmore World Master, 3 times the Lakeside World Champion. It's Wolfie Martin Adams.
Well, only at the Lakeside would you get a 3 times world champion playing against a Canadian called David Cameron. Up after this one, Stephen Buckley against Barack Obama. Here's Matt Sauce and Jim.
Follow that. So promotion to the BDO front bench for David Cameron, whose trip to the Lakeside has come after some hard labour. A series of 8 ranking tournaments brought 3 victories and a chance to escape the inclement weather conditions of Nova Scotia for a shot at glory. Well, it's the first time on the Lakeside stage for David Cameron. Wolfie's experience, of course, right at the other end of the scale. The 3-time champion is here for a record-breaking 21st consecutive year. He's embarking on his 62nd match in the World Championships, 3/4 of which he's won. And as you can see, even a special shirt embroidered for the occasion. Last year, he did suffer defeat in the first round. 12 months on, the Wolf is a different beast. He's back to his old self, making a bit of history by playing in the first ever preliminary round tie here at Lakeside. And of course, the prize for these two, a first round meeting with Tony O'Shea.
Well, what were you doing in the first week of the new year in 1994? Martin Adams was making his Lakeside debut, throwing darts on this stage
58.
for the very first time, which is what Dave Cameron from Canada is doing this afternoon. Cameron admitted he
100.
will get nervous in the opening exchanges, but he says he just has to focus, get his head down, get his head Downing Street.
60.
Well, 58 and 60, certainly a conservative start for David Cameron.
$36.
Wolfie beaten by Jimi Hendrix in the first round last year, which was some experience. His first round exit in 9 years, and that was despite hitting more 180s and having the better average.
140.
Would have been an early settler there for Dave Cameron.
$41.
6 very loose darts there from Wolfie, and he's let Cameron back into this leg, exactly what he didn't want to do.
55.
Still no outshot for Martin Adams after 12 darts. Lost a lot of weight this year.
60.
Puts that down to stress, but he says he's feeling good finally. And as from about August time onwards, he's been rediscovering the form
Martin, you require
that made him world
124.
champion 3 times. 1-2-4 for the first leg for Martin Adams. Treble 18 leaves bullseye.
56. Dave, you require 88.
So, chance for a first leg against the darts for the Canadian. 18 leaves bullseye.
44. Martin, you
Snatched at
require
it, didn't he?
68.
68 then to hold his throw. Double 4 for Martin Adams for the first leg of the match.
Martin Adams. Second leg, 32 for winners. Game on.
Oh, they howl their approval here at Lakeside.
96.
Got a very impressive
60.
first round record here at the Lakeside as Wolfie played 20, won 15, including winning each of the last 8 prior to his defeat to Hendricks last year.
134.
There's a number of Lakeside records, not just longevity. Once hit 16 180s in a match here and still lost it. Thrilling quarter-final against Chris Mason back in the day in the late 90s.
100.
Still waiting for his first maximum in this match so far. Cameron's could come here.
137.
Good darts, though, from Dave Cameron, down to a finish already. Adams back on 3-4-1.
140.
That'll help.
134.
He'll be back.
42. $81. Davey required 92.
Frustrated with the last start, but it does leave him with Shanghai 20s if he comes back. And he will be back. Have a look
60.
at 120.
Martin, you require 120.
Well, a single, a treble and a double, all on the 20s. Oh dear. Double 16 for Dave Cameron when he returns to level this first set.
70. Davey required 32.
Double 16 for his first leg on the Lakeside stage. Double 8 now.
24.
All the nerves perhaps taking their toll.
Now Wolfie can really strike a psychological.
We're sorry to go to this breakdown slide. I'm afraid we are experiencing a few problems with the World Dance Championships here on BBC One, but we'll be back with you just as soon as we possibly can. We're back now with the World's Dance Championships on BBC One.
Game on.
2-0 lead in this first set. Goes without saying, it's always going to be good to settle the nerves and get that first leg on the board. Dave Cameron, I'm sure, will be mindful of the fact that he's thrown at 6 different doubles so far and not hit any of them.
Which do you think his favourite double is?
70.
Number 10.
Please let us apologise for the loss of pictures we understand you suffer from at home.
97.
Everything going Martin Adams' way at the moment. The Wolf on the prowl.
100.
'20th anniversary, of course,
59.
since John Part became the first and at the moment only Canadian to win this BDO World Championship.
140.
And he was saying that John Part is something of an inspiration to him.
$140. $80. Martin, you require 70.
So 70 for Martin to take the first set. 20 would leave double 16. It's a double 16 for a 1-0 lead.
Game
No problem at all.
First set. Martin Adams.
Adams nails it. The first set going with the darts.
Second set, first leg, Dave to throw first. Game on.
Well, all he's done, Dave Cameron,
43.
is lose a set of darts he would have expected to lose because Adams threw first. But he has missed 7 darts at a double in the process
41.
of losing that set, and he's yet to register a leg. And those butterflies in the stomach will be beating their wings faster and faster and
100.
faster.
Scoring through the first 9 darts of a leg is actually superior to Martin Adams, but look at this. There it is, the first 180 of the match for the Wolfies.
59.
And here he goes again. Against the darts, but already a 19 advantage plus these.
140.
Down to a finish with Cameron stuck on 299.
$85. Martin, you require 140.
Looking at treble 20. Fraction away.
43. $28. Martin, you require 97.
Big day for Little Richard. Big day for Wolfie as well, hoping to make it through to the first round. This, of course, is against the darts. It's double 12.
Goes from the first leg.
Found his
Martin
range
Adams.
nicely now.
Second leg, Martin to throw first. Game on.
The solitary difference really between these two men up to this point has been the finishing. Dave Cameron has had 7 darts at a double, hasn't hit any of them. Wolfie
85.
4 out of 6.
That is an excellent percentage if he can keep it up, Martin Adams.
60.
And Dave Cameron will just start hoping to win a leg and go from there. He's lost 4 in a row.
60.
And if anyone's at home on that stage, it's Martin Adams.
$81.
Made his debut, a winning debut, in 1994 when he reached the quarterfinals. And here he is, 21 years later, proving he's still got it.
$28.
Dave feeling the pressure. You sense his game just a little bit all over the place at the moment.
41. $42. Martin, you require 135.
Looks at the bullseye first here. Treble 20 would leave Bull. Bull for a 135.
110.
He'll be back.
60. Martin, you require 25.
2 8s for a 5th leg in a row for Martin Adams. 2 4s.
17.
Still, Cameron's back on 230.
That's been the problem for him. His
60.
best visit to the board in
Martin,
this
you
leg has
require
brought him
8.
81, so he's just not able to put any pressure on Martin's First display of wayward finishing, which ends with a very solid double four. 5 in a row for Martin Adams.
Game on.
Dave Cameron still looking to get on the board with his first leg.
Good start.
139. $100. $100.
Well, to reach Lakeside, Dave Cameron won the Quebec Open and the Newfoundland Open, reached the semi-finals in Saskatoon, the quarter-finals in Halifax, and at the Canada Open. Last 16 in Vancouver. I mean, my goodness me, he has been around North America picking up ranking points to earn his place on the Lakeside stage. Also plays several tournaments in Las Vegas, which he says is a blast. Blast, he says.
140.
His eyes did light up when he was talking about that trip to Vegas.
$99. Martin, you require 121.
This for a set against the darts. A 2-0 lead. 11 for Bull. Double 14 instead. No problem at all. Marked difference to how Wolfie was 12 months ago. His A game back at the Lakeside. He takes a 2-0 lead in double quick time.
Game on.
Total dominance from the 3-time champion. 6 legs out of 6, 2 sets out of 2.
60.
It's not only his finishing that is so impressive. Look at the average there with his first 9 darts. Best part of 15 points better than Dave Cameron.
100.
And very impressive finishing statistics to back that up as well.
Those 7 darts at a double that Cameron missed
55.
all came in the first 2 legs. Since then, hasn't had a sniff. You get the feeling the Lakeside crowd is beginning to feel a bit sorry for this Canadian debutant.
$96.
Hasn't hit the treble often
45.
enough, David Cameron. A few trouble with the Reds. No such problems for Wolfie.
140.
Consistent scoring from the 3-time world champion, who will be the first to a finish again.
41. Martin, you require 150.
Well, he's taken out a 1-2-1. He won't do 150, not this visit. How many can he take off it, though?
43.
Only 43. Now, how about a ton 40 from Dave Cameron to put some sort of pressure on Martin Adams? It's just not happening.
42. Martin, you require 107.
Treble 17 would leave double 18 for a 7th leg in a row. Yes, yes indeed. Well, Cameron may be struggling, but Martin Adams is starting to flow.
$58. $140.
Well, to
96.
take John Part out of the equation, Lakeside has not been a happy hunting ground for Canadians. Of the 15 previous Canadians to play here at Lakeside, none have made it past the quarter-final stage, with the exception, of course, of
60.
former champion John Part. Dave Cameron has beaten Martin Adams previously in a World Cup match. Will he get his first 180?
140.
It's not to be for him at the moment.
$100.
Still, he'll be first to a finish in this leg, Dave Cameron. A much needed dart at a double.
97.
Good cover.
$60. Dave, you require 110.
Can he do it? Not this time.
70. Martin, you require 141.
Treble 20. Treble 19 for double 12. Gone for the... Went for the treble 19, hit the treble 7.
82.
And this is Dave Cameron's
Dave,
first
you
dart
require
at a
40.
double since the second leg of the first set. Double 10.
Game shot the
There it
second
is.
leg.
Cameron's
Dave Cameron.
favourite number, number 10.
Third leg, Martin to play first. Game on.
Long time since Dave Cameron's had a round of applause like that.
$100.
Taking it in magnificent spirit, but clearly it was a crucial leg for him because he has the darts in this set.
96.
Has to break the throws somewhere along the line.
45. $59. $140.
Cameron just failed to take advantage of a rare missed opportunity at a treble from Martin Adams, a 45, followed by a 59, and then what does the Wolfie do? Weighs in with a
100.
ton 40.
$100.
His first maximum. And it just puts a bit of pressure on. But treble 16, single 16 leaves double top.
76.
And now
Dave, you
that
require
little
66.
light at the end of the tunnel for Cameron. It surely has to take this out. One dart at double top.
26. Martin, you require 40.
To hold his throw and move a leg away. 7 for double 16. Just takes a moment to compose himself. He knows that this is important, Martin Adams.
24.
And misses.
Dave, you require 40.
3 darts at double top.
Game shot.
Only needs the one, and it's 2 legs in a row. Having lost the first 7 of the match. That one against the darts.
Fourth leg, Dave, please go first. The best of order, please. Game on.
So if he holds here, then he has a set.
And if he holds here,
83.
game on.
100. $59.
Well, last time Martin Adams played an American at Lakeside, a North American, he lost in round 1. Roger Carter beat him in 1997.
140. $100.
Basically, he's nicked the darts, hasn't he, this leg?
40.
Hasn't done much with him.
$137.
There's only 2 David Camerons.
$100. Dave, you acquire 122.
This for the set. Good start. Bullseye.
86. Martin, you acquire 121.
Second time he's missed it in the game. Now, can Martin take out 121 to save the set? Ruthful shake of the head because he knows that he's
Dave, you acquire
left the door
36.
open. Couple of errant darts.
No score.
None of them were close.
64.
4 missed darts for the set for Dave Cameron. 8-8 for Martin Adams to level the set. 4-4. Oh, what a big dart this is.
56. Dave, you acquire 36.
5th time of asking. Double 16 now. Double 16 again.
20.
Just
Martin, you
snatched that
acquire
moment. The kind of opportunity he can't afford to give away.
There's a marker. 4-4. No!
Dave, you acquire 16.
His 8th dart for the set.
Good
Oh, it finally finds it.
Dave Cameron. 4th set, first leg, Dave to throw first. Game on.
And here we go.
So the match now going with
92.
the darts again. And Cameron knows that he's got to win set against the darts sometime. But he's back in it, having done exactly that
60.
in set 3. Survived 8 set dart misses. Hit that 8-8 and has now won 3 legs in a row.
44. $60.
Well, it's rarely easy if you're a Martin Adams fan.
137.
You see that checkout statistic has dropped markedly as far as Martin's concerned, because his last 7 darts of doubles have all been missed. He was up at better than 50% before that.
40.
So he's lost the last 3 legs and has missed darts to win 2 of those 3.
58.
He's on a finish, is Dave Cameron.
100.
But he's back in the trebles. Is Martin Adams.
$36. Martin, you acquire 161.
Treble 20, treble 17 and bull. Not even close.
95.
But good last dart.
Debut acquire 134.
To hold his throw.
.44. Martin, you acquire 66.
66 to win a leg against the darts. 9 would leave double 16. 1 dart at double 16.
Game from the first leg. Martin Adams.
He stops the rock. 1 look at it, and that was all he needed.
Second leg, Martin to throw first. Game on. .100.
Perhaps significant that time. He didn't really have time to think about it. 1 shot at double 16. Didn't change the rhythm of the throw at all.
137.
Nailed it the first time of asking.
But all of a sudden, he's not being given an easy ride.
83.
A 100 answered by a 137. But wayward darts this time
41.
from Cameron.
If he has a run deep into the tournament this year, Martin could end up playing his 400th set of darts
44.
on the Lakeside stage this week. He's won 221 up to this point.
100.
Forget Iron Man, he is the Tungsten Man.
.96.
Not a finish, 178.
.100.
But 1, 2, 3 is.
.100. Debut acquire 123.
To break back. Treble 18 would leave him the bullseye.
91. Martin, you acquire 78.
This is to move a leg away. Double 12 for Martin Adams. Great marker. Sneaking underneath.
66.
No, short.
Debut acquire 32.
Massive 2 darts here.
Game
Only
show the
needed
second
one of them.
leg. Dave Cameron. Third leg, Dave to throw first. Game on.
Breaks back straight away, which you feel that he had to do.
Make no mistake, we have a game on here.
44.
Dave Cameron has the throw in this leg, but significantly perhaps in the 6 legs that he's had the darts so far, he's only held twice. He's broken Martin Adams as much as he's held his own throw.
58.
And he started 44 and 58, so Wolfie already with a lead, plus these.
100.
Very healthy advantage after 6 darts apiece.
$121.
Well, if he does go on to win, David Cameron, it would make some trivia question, wouldn't it? What links Jimi Hendrix to David Cameron? It was Hendrix
60.
who beat Adams in round 1 last year at Lakeside.
$60.
Plenty of Yorkshire folk down here. And Gary Thompson from nearby Silsden in action later.
60. 58. Martin, you acquire 141.
Well, he's done 1-2-1. Now, treble 19 for double 12. How about this? We'll go for treble 10 now.
109. Dave, you acquire 160.
Missed with the first start.
41.
I'll
Martin,
be very
you acquire
frustrated at
32.
that. Still leaves himself back on 119. Might be academic.
Good
Wolfie's
shot at
just
third leg.
one leg away
Martin
now.
Adams.
Hits double 16 again, which has been his friend pretty much
Fourth
throughout.
leg, Martin 2 from first. Game on.
The Wolfie whistles have started again at Lakeside. Straight in with a treble 20.
83.
Adams just needs to hold his throw.
180.
Sounds simple, doesn't it? But not when your opponent is throwing maximums like that.
123.
Now, can he follow them in?
85. $100.
Needed another treble to leave himself a finish. $140.
Great three darts from Cameron, because he'll be back to have a look at 96 to save the match. Look at this though. He'll go down.
137. Dave, you acquire 96.
Monumental visit here for Dave Cameron. Double 18 for an 11 darter.
60. Martin, you acquire 58.
Are those his last two darts at Lakeside? 58 for Martin Adams to reach round two. He's left himself double top. And there it is.
Martin Adams.
He is back. The three-times champion beats David Cameron in a preliminary round at Lakeside. Martin Adams is through to round one.
Ladies and gentlemen, his debut all the way from Canada. Let's hear it for Dave Cameron. And he's off and running now through to the first round. Martin Adams.